It's time to love the lanes again. From some of southeastern Wisconsin's finest bowling centers, this is the Brew City Bowling Show.
Good Saturday morning to everybody here on My 24. I'm $2 Phil Brillo. Once again, we're back at Country Lanes for Week 7 of the Brew City Bowling Show. Having a lot of fun in our second season, especially with that American Place Casino Royal Roller match. We got a team on a roll right now for sure. Gina Dereshevsky and Dan Glubka. They've won 2 weeks in a row in 2 different centers. Can they make it a third week here, second week in a row at Country Lanes? There's only one way to find out. They're going to have to wait through the opening semifinal battle between our 3 qualifying teams. And once we know their opponent for the Royal Roller match, a full Baker game, will they take down another $250 in free play and $150 in dining from American Place Casino? We'll find out after our ceremonial first balls are thrown by Landon and Kaden Meyer here at Country Lanes in Franklin.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots.
With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Showcase your skills and experience the thrill of competing on the national stage at the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. This event has awarded over $675,000 in prize money over the last 2 years, and Valero Mountain Prospect is just a 90-minute drive from Milwaukee. View all the tournament information at pba.com/LBC tournament. Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin. Welcome to Country Lanes in Franklin for our first of 3 semifinal matches. Let's see which of our doubles teams will advance into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match against Gina Dereshevsky and Dan Glubka, as Gina and Dan look for their 3rd win in a row. They're already at $500 in free play and $300 in dining to split as a team. Looking to pile on another $250 in free play and $150 in dining. If they can win for a 3rd week in a row, will we have brand new winners? Let's see what Jay Fetty can do here to start things off. Jay averages 178. Yikes, that one comes high on this tough PBA LBC National Championships pattern. Might be tough, but it's scoreable, as we saw last week with Brett Christian putting up a perfect game to help his team get in that Royal Roller match, but they fell against a late flurry of strikes from Dan and Gina in that Royal Roller match. Almost the conversion there for Jay. But an open frame in the 7th. For those of you joining us here on the Brew City Bowling Show for the first time, we have 3 doubles teams, each bowling that famous old school format. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frames is a doubles team. And the high total advances to the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Here's our first chance for an American Place Casino jackpot shot. $100 in free play up for grabs with that red, white, and blue striped head pin. But Josh has that one go a little quick down lane. And he gets a little grief from the crowd here at Country Lanes. That's the one thing you have to deal with. Not all the fans here in the crowd are always going to give you support. They're going to give you a little grief here and there if you miss out on a jackpot shot or a certain prize. Let's see what Josh can do here to cover up this 2-5, and he gets a little quick once again. It skates past the 2-pin, and now a pair of open frames for our players. In the 7th, let's see what Jay can do here to turn things around. Jay's bowling idol. I love this. Fred Flintstone. The good old twinkle toes bowling style. Of course, when you have birds resetting your pins, it's always a little fun. And we can get that 10 out. Not this time for Jay. As he's going to switch to another ball. Where you see him going. Looks like an old Brunswick Edge bowling ball. That ball easily 30-plus years old. But those old urethane balls polish them up, and they can go just as straight as a polyester ball. And there you see their textbook conversion for Jay. And he gets his first mark on the board. Josh stepping up here in the 8th frame. He has a chance here for his mystery frame prize. Strike here gets him a gift card from H5G Brands you can use towards a brand new jersey or any of the great PBA Tour swag they offer. And how about that? 6 does the job on the 10. And there's our first prize given away on the day. You see Josh going back, conversing with members of the Jeff Pergoli fan club that are in the crowd today. Of course, Jeff Pergoli in the crowd in a quality position to watch as well. Let's see if we can go back-to-back on the mystery frames here. Jay with his chance at a Henry Flack Steakhouse gift card. We gonna go to the well and get one? Not quite. Far enough on the crossover. And Jay has himself what should be an easily makeable spare. A skill that he has that most people don't know about. Jay says he is being the best grandpa to his grandkids. That's a pretty good skill to have. Yikes, the skill went away though on the 6-10 conversion attempt. And now with 2 opens and 3 frames, they are not putting up a big total here. This may be the end of the road for Jay and Josh, unless they can both get big finishes. Josh can strike out here, still get to 99. Let's see if we can get a double here and get us some creating the difference. Bowling ball cleaner. And that one, you can just see it lag just a little bit on rolling up to the pocket. And the weak 10 stands in defiance of Josh. Josh loves the golf. He's not out on the lanes. Weather getting warmer here in southeastern Wisconsin. And I'm sure quite a few of our bowlers are going to be getting their clubs out quickly. And don't forget, don't put those bowling balls away yet. Lots of our local bowling centers, such as Country Lanes, Classic Lanes, Greenfield, Foxview Lanes, Bloombaum Bowl, Rip River Center, South Shore Bowl, all have great spring leagues available to you. Check out the various Facebook pages of all of our Brew City Bowling Show host centers this season to find the spring league that fits for you. Great toss there by Jay. Jay can still get to 65. His partner can get to 79. So that's a total we've seen get through before, getting into the 140s. Once again, that doubles team total is what's important to see who advances into the Royal Roller match. Jay wanted to thank his wife and kids, along with his grandsons, for coming out and watching him bowl on TV today. That one a little bit more of a crossover, and you see the smile between the teammates there. It is not easy. You get your couple of warm-up shots before you get on the lanes, and then you only have 4 frames to put up a score. The nerves can come into play very easily for our players. Let's see if we can get Jay here to knock them both down, get off the lanes at 55. And that's going to need a little help to get all the way back up. Yeah, he takes just the 9. So 54 for Jay. It's going to take a big finish here for Josh to put up a solid team total to try to advance. Josh's biggest influence on his bowling is Sean Kosher, as Kosher always challenges Josh on the lanes. Saw Sean in season 1. Great toss there by Josh. He's got lane 3 down. He struck both times on that lane. Take an extra look at that shot. Watch that ball just drive right through the 1-3 pocket. 6-pin right on top of that 10-pin. And no witnesses to that assault by Josh's bowling ball. And Saturday mornings, Josh is on the lanes. He's usually out picking up a little extra work on a side job. And that 4-pin stands in defiance of Josh, so he spares here at 69. That'll give a team total of 123. I don't know if that's going to make it to the Royal Roller match today. A couple of quality teams coming up after Jay and Josh. Let's see if we can get the spare here. And we'll total up the prizes for Jay and Josh, and we'll talk to them when we get back here to Country Lanes in Franklin for this edition of the Brew City Bowling Show.
Hi everyone, come check out Swagger Sports Bar and Grill inside Root River Center. On Fridays we have fish fry. We also have live music starting at 8 p.m. If you want to check out our lineup, Go to our Facebook page at Root River Center or our website.
All Foxview Lanes and Sussex Bowl League bowlers in the 25-26 league season will have their chance to strike it rich. Their chance at the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time they bowl league.
All right, our first team puts up a 123 team total. Is it going to be enough? We got to wait for 2 more semifinalists to find out. But let's bring in our first bowlers here with Jay. Jay, come on in. Hot. Have the nerves calmed down yet?
Now they are. It was a little tough at first, but you get what you get.
Yeah. It's not a bad team total. Now we'll have to see if it holds up. Yeah. Your 9th frame, unfortunately, though, was the mystery frame. You got that starting at the 10th, but you need a 1 frame before that. You would have won a $40 gift card to Henry Flack Steakhouse in West Dallas. You ever been to Henry Flack?
No, I haven't. How is it? Nice?
Oh, it's really nice, and the weekday happy hour specials are phenomenal as well. So especially the $5 appetizers in the bar. I'm a big fan of those. So, but hey, you got to hold on, wait and see if you make it to the Royal Roar match. Right. Thanks for bowling.
All right, thank you very much.
Now let's bring in Josh. Are the nerves any less in season 2 for you?
Yeah, I would say so. Okay. It was a little easy, or less nerves, but not easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, 69 for the game, not too shabby. You did get a couple of strikes in there, and one of those being in the 8th frame. That was your mystery frame. So you're going to win a $40 gift certificate from H5G Brands for either PBA merchandise or if you want to get a different-looking jersey, absolutely. So we'll get that to you by email after the show's done, and now you got to wait and see if your team total is going to make it to the Royal Roller match. So
I mean, never know, but these are some good bowlers out here. So. All right.
Well, thanks for bowling.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see who's in our second semifinal.
Here comes Marnie Klein and Josh Hayek. Getting ready to hit the lanes here at Country Lanes in Franklin. I want to thank Kevin and Leanne Meyer and their great staff for hosting once again here at Country Lanes. And Marnie Klein's going to get things underway here on lane 3, and wasting no time, we're going to throw a mystery frame at her. 4 tickets to the Milwaukee Milkmen, game of her choice if she can strike here. Off the port side, rolls up, and the 4-pin just doesn't do the job on the 7. Marnie does her league bowling at New Berlin Bowl, averages about 180. Saturday morning before she takes to the lane, she'd love to get herself some Eggs Benedict for breakfast. Moving cross lane on the spare here, polyester ball like we see so many players do. And all over that 7-pin for Marnie. It looks like she's got the nerves calmed down out of the gates. Let's see what Josh can do here. Josh bowls at Country Lanes, Classic Lanes Oak Creek, and South Milwaukee Arcade for his league play. All his bowling teammates he says he enjoys bowling with, can't pick a favorite. Is that going to hook back into the pocket? And then some. Wow, I did not think I was going to go 4-9 high. Gets the 4 out on the break. Loves to get himself some bacon before he hits the lanes on a Saturday morning to go with his breakfast. I can see Josh just being bacon, just a plate of bacon. Just throws out a ½ pound of bacon for breakfast. Forget the carbs on a Saturday morning. Good cover there by Josh. And we got a pair of marks on the board as these teams try to advance with their doubles total into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. One more team to go before that doubles team is determined. Let's see what Marty can do here on lane 4. If she had an entrance song to get on the lanes like a pro fighter, it'd be Cut the Cord by Shinedown. And here's a chance to take down $50 in free play with the American Place Casino. Spare for dough. There you see that ball come up a little bit high for Marnie. Gets the 4-7 to go down, and all she has to do is knock this pin down. And $50 in free play at American Place Casino in Waukegan will go in her back pocket. And yikes. Oh, no. Hopefully nobody heard that. Let's say expletive that just came out of Marnie's mouth. I think we'll take care of that in post-production. There you can see. She's laughing her off now, but I think the nerves really came into play for Marnie on that shot. Let's see what Josh can do here in his 8th frame. Try to put that big team total to advance. Still a chance for 110 for Josh if he can go get the last 5 and Can't get the last 5 without the first one. Great toss there by Josh. He's got to make the move, though. 9-pin high and then a trip 4. I'm sure he'll move a couple of feet left on the approach with his feet before he steps up again. Last thing you want to do is not make the move and have that ball go through the face for a split. Marty, much better shot, keeps it on target line, and just a little quick down lane. I thought that was going to get a little farther up into the pocket. And there you see in the back, checking out his phone right now in the dark jacket and the Miller Lite shirt, Dan Starring. Dan and his partner Austin Equitz took down a good chunk of American Place Casino change earlier in the season. They split $750 in free play and $450 in dining with their 3-week winning run in that Royal Roller match before they were dethroned. Regina Bereshevsky and Dan Glubka are current Royal Roller match returners. So good to see Dan cheering on some of the fans he knows here. And glad to see a lot of the players that have bowled previous Brew City Bowling Show episodes come back and cheer others on. Let's see if we can get Josh a bowling ball rejuvenation and resurfacing from Bowlers Headquarters inside of Classic Lanes in Greenfield. And the 6-pin just doesn't do the job on the 10. But the good news for Josh here is he still has a chance for 90. But if he were to go strike spare on the 10th, get himself a Dutch 80 game, he would also get himself $40 in cash from the Brew City Bowling Show. That's online for the cover. There we go. So still a chance, not just for the Dutch 80 game, possible 90 game, but also the Circa High Game Award on each show. For our 3 semifinal matches, the bowler that puts up the highest individual score takes home a 2-night stay at Circa Las Vegas, along with a complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim. That price worth over $750. I thought we were going to get a nice break there for Marnie on the crossover, but the 4-pin stands against her. She kept all her shots close to the pocket. That's what she was hoping to do when we were talking to her before the show. Last thing you want to do is come out here and have a bunch of open frames. As much as we all like Matt Gasson on top-notch bowling in Waukesha, yikes. That's going to leave Marnie at 56. That all-open game on the show wins a 1-hour bowling lesson from Matt Gasson and top-notch bowling. And we've yet to give that out here in Season 2. We gave it away a few times in Season 1. But if you're looking for a quality pro shop lesson, Matt Gasson at Top Notch can do the job for you. And here we go, $100 of free play on the line for Josh Hayek with that red, white, and blue head pin. Strike here. Let's put it in his back pocket. Let's send him Waukegan. Come on, baby. Hey, there we go. Scramble it up. We like giving away free play at American Place. They let us give away a lot of it over the last couple of seasons. And you want to talk about a fun place to have a good gamble. I love it there. You walk in the door. There's no smoking in the casino, so you don't walk out smelling like smoke. Great variety of games to play. Low table minimums during the week, too, as we won't get the double for the Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner. But Josh with the chance to take down $40 in cash. We're going to make him take that $40 down to American Place, too. We'll give it to him in cash, but we know he'll put it on a table or put it into a machine down there. Yeah, you talk about a variety of games, table games, craps, blackjack, all kinds of different poker games as well. And hey, let's give him $40 for that 80 game, and who knows, maybe he'll end up going to Circa Las Vegas as well. We'll bring back our bowlers and talk to them here at Country Lanes in Franklin on the Brew City Bowling Show. Sign up for the Summer Storm Doubles League at Castle Lanes in Racine. Get your chance to win Storm bowling balls, Castle Lanes gift certificates, and everyone in the league gets a Castle t-shirt and a bowling jersey from H5G. Call Castle Lanes today to sign up.
Well, we got New Lears in the clubhouse at 136 with Marnie and Josh. Will it hold up for one more semifinal round? We'll find out shortly. But first, let's talk to Marnie. Marnie, come on in. Marnie, lots of 9s. How were the nerves? In practice, I thought you were going to pass out.
It's super exciting. Yes, it's nerve-wracking, but I love bowling, and Yeah, just trying to one ball at a time, 4 seconds of concentration.
And you bowl like 4 nights a week, don't you?
No,
not that many?
Just one.
Just one?
One, yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, 9s, unfortunately, don't get you much on the Brew City Bowling Show. Your mystery frame, you need a strike in the 7th frame.
Okay.
You would have gotten a family 4-pack of tickets to the Milwaukee Milkmen out in Franklin when their season starts. Yeah, the Milkmen are a blast, aren't they?
Yes.
So,
Bummer.
Unfortunately, missed on that. But you guys sit and wait because you never know if your score holds up. You might be in that Royal Roller match.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Let's see if it holds up.
Thanks.
Marty.
You too.
All right, let's bring in Josh. Josh, we got a little cash for you here.
Hey,
did you know you needed that spare on the fill shot for $40? No. Or do you have to wait till the crowd told you?
I had to wait for the crowd to tell me. I had no idea. No clue. Right. So I appreciate it.
But that was a pretty productive 10th frame because you got the $40 of the Dutch 80. You struck with the colored head pin.
I did.
So that's $100 in free play from American Place Casino for you as well. And right now with your 80, you're sitting high on the show so far. You got to get through one more semifinal match. If that 80 holds, that's the Circa High game prize. That's 2 nights at Circa Las Vegas midweek plus a daybed rental at Stadium Swim. So
all right, sounds fantastic.
See if you hold on.
What about my mystery frame?
9th frame. Unfortunately, Bowlers headquarters, you would have gotten a bowling ball resurfacing from Chad Kloss and the gang over at Bowlers headquarters. But we might see you for the Royal Roller match. You just got to hold out.
Sounds good. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks. And let's see who our bowlers in semifinal number 3 are going to be. Last chance to make the American Place Casino Royal Roller match with our semifinal number 3. Brittany Myshak and Jeremy Groth hitting the lanes. Brittany will start things off here on lane 3 at Country Lanes in Franklin. If you're not a member of the Country Lanes Bourbon Club, what are you waiting for? If you're a bourbon fan, great selection here. As a member of the Bourbon Club, you can have a chance to win some great bourbon prizes every month as well. Get your information here at Country Lanes. And Brittany with a great toss there at the start. Just a smidge high at the end on that hard finishing bowling ball to leave the smash 7. Brittany averages 169, does her league bowling at Lucky Lanes. Loves bowling with Jeremy and both her family and his family when they get the chance. And over cross lane on the 7 pin, picks it up nicely, and maybe that'll calm the nerves a little bit more for Brittany. Jeremy coming up now. 238 average for his league bowling at Lucky Lanes in Milwaukee. Loves bowling with his family as well, and loves a Denver omelet on a Saturday morning. Let's get him some more food here if he strikes. It's a gift card to Natty Oaks in West Allis. Great menu there. There we go. Take the 7 down late and a $40 gift card to Natty Oaks. Thanks to Brian Wolf and his great staff at Natty Oaks and at Henry Flack's Steakhouse in West Allis for their support of the Brew City Bowling Show here in our first 2 seasons. And let's see what Brittany can do here to keep the score sheet clean. 136 is the total that Brittany and Jeremy need to beat, set by Marty and Josh in semifinal number 2. There you see, keep that shoulder low, keep it relaxed so you can get it into the swing. Loft on the lane and flush in the pocket. All pins disappear like magic for Brittany on that shot. And there you see high fives from the fans. Brittany, we only give the players a couple of practice balls before they hit the lanes, and she wasn't sure what ball to use. And actually, Dan Starring back in the crowd, and Jeremy recommended that Motive Venom that's in her hands right now. And there you see Jeremy with a Motive ball in his hands as well. Will we get a double? No, we will get most likely an open as that slices through the nose. 3, 4, 6, and 7. We do pay $1 per pin value on a split conversion here on the Brew City Bowling Show in cash. So $20 if Jeremy was able to convert this wide open split. A little cross lane at the spare and just a little too much of that 3 pin. And an open frame for Jeremy in the 8th. So Brittany can still get to 110. Jeremy can get to 86, so still plenty of room for these teams. Put up that big total and get into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match
See if we can give away some bowling ball polish from creating the difference for a double here in the 9th frame for Brittany. Oh, the 8 teased for a second, but it goes down. And Brittany now with a chance to take down the Circa High Game Award if she can just put a mark on the board in the 10th frame. Look at that ball go through the pocket perfectly for Brittany. Now let's see what Jeremy can do here. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about the Brew City Bowling Show. We have 2 players here, almost 70 pins different in average. And with this 4-frame format, Brittany could put up a bigger score than Jeremy. And how about that? Jeremy wasn't 100% sure that was coming all the way back. But he gets it done. And now what our players have here, it should take just 1 mark between the 2 players. They have enough pins on the board to get into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match and try to take down that $250 in free play. $150 in dining for American Place Casino. And we got a big frame here for Brittany. Mystery frame for $50 in dining for American Place, and a 3-bagger would get her a gift card to spice up her turkey with Penzies. Is that going to get all the way back up? Oh, no. The 6-pin just a little lackadaisical trying to get to the 10. Brittany now with a spare and a strike would have 88. That would get her the Circa High Game Award. Get her that 2-night stay at Circa Las Vegas and the complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim. Switches to the polyester ball. Moves cross lane. Oh, she held that one a little long, and it's going to hook away. So 77 for Brittany. And now it's going to be up to her partner Jeremy to get a mark on the board and get enough pins to get into that Royal Roller match. You see going for the fan to keep it dry. Got 9 out here in the 10th. Would be 54, and yeah, 129 would not be enough. 136 is the number. So it is a must mark here for Jeremy to get his doubles team to advance. Taking a little extra time getting on the approach. You can't blame him at this moment. I'm sure if he didn't know the scoreboard, somebody let him know. Good ball on line. Oh my. That was almost a pocket 7-10. He was holding his breath there for a second. Happy that that messenger came back across the deck, and there you see the crowd talking amongst themselves behind the players. They know right now this is a must-make for Jeremy. Otherwise, we're going to see Marnie Klein and Josh Hayek in our Royal Roller match. Takes the scenic route at that 7-pin, covers it up, but now for Jeremy, it's just stay behind the foul line. Throw the ball down the middle, and you get some bonus bowling today. Try to take down some additional prizes. Of course, each bowler in our Royal Roller match will have a chance at a mystery frame, and our winning doubles team once again takes down that big prize for American Place Casino with the $250 in free play and the $150 in dining to split. So Jeremy keeps it on the lane. We know our teams for the Royal Roller match. Talk to our players and get back here to Country Lanes.
Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin. All bowling fans, you've got 2 more chances to try out for the Brew City Bowling Show here in Season 2. March 29th at South Shore Bowl in Cudahy. April 5th at Blue Mountain Bowl in Brookfield. Find your doubles partner, come on out, and maybe you'll have your chance to take down that great American Place Casino Royal Roller match or all kinds of other cash and prizes you can win on the show. Go to the Brew City Bowling Show page on Facebook and get all the details.
South Shore Bowl has great bowling deals for you. With all-you-can-bowl glow bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and our Sunday Fun Day special. See all the info at southshorebowl.com.
Well, it came down to the 10th frame once again, but Brittany and Jeremy pulled it out. They're going to be in the American Place Casino Royal Roller match against Gina and Dan in a few minutes here. But first, let's bring in Josh Hayek. Josh, come on in. A little bit of a consolation prize for you here. There's your certificate. Your 80 game was high on the show. You got yourself a 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas and a complimentary daybed rental you can use anytime in 2025 or early 2026. And just want to say congratulations and thanks for bowling.
Thank you. Had a great time.
Absolutely. Have a fun time in Vegas.
Will do. Appreciate it. Thanks, Phil.
All right, let's bring in Brittany first out of Brittany and Jeremy. Is Jeremy getting a little heavy to carry there in the middle of the game, or?
Usually it's the other way around, so I'm very surprised at how this worked out, but it's okay.
Well, you got your practice before the lights went on, and somebody was giving you advice about what ball to use, and it was kind of interesting because it was one of our previous Royal Roller champions with Dan Starring. How do you know Dan?
Dan is actually one of my best friends, and we bowl together on Fridays on a team. Right. Jer and I and our family. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's a small world. Well, you got a chance to pick up where he left off, especially since it's against a team that beat him, that knocked him out of the Royal Roller match contention. So 77, you just missed out on that high game that opened in the 10th frame, got you, and also that 10th frame was also your mystery frame. So if it would have carried, it would have been $50 in dining at American Place Casino. But I'll tell you what, it's you got to get ready for that Royal Roller match.
Yep, I am ready. We're going to be as ready as we can be.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in Jeremy as well. So Jeremy, during the match, I was talking about how you had 300 last week during the qualifying for this show. And what's the difference between shooting 300 when the lights aren't on and only having 4 frames with the lights on?
Oh, that's a great question because there's a lot more lights, there's a lot more heat. But honestly, this has been a great time. Got a great crowd here rooting us on. So great to see Brittany whip me up. So it was great.
Well, hey, 65, you guys made it, snuck through. Your 142 total is going to get you in that Royal Roller match. You also are taking home a Natty Oaks gift certificate because in the 7th frame, that was your mystery frame, so $40 at Natty Oaks for you. So, so it'll be a good time for you there.
Great.
We'll let you get ready. It's a lot on the line, $250 in free play and $150 in dining at American Place Casino that you get to split with your partner if you win. So it's a tough team you're bowling against.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
All right. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with Brittany and Jeremy against Gina and Dan for that Royal Roller match. But before we get to that American Place Casino Royal Roller match, we have Leilani Meyer throwing a shot down the lane. She's going to remind you that it's a strikingly good time at the annual Down Syndrome Awareness 9-pin tap tournament here at Country Lanes in Franklin on Saturday, May 17th. 2 shifts to choose from. It's only $35 per person. There's all kinds of fun, all kinds of raffles. Make sure you either sign up at Country Lanes or you can use the QR code on your screen to sign up today.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots. With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Each team member of the High Baker Doubles game from our American Place Casino Royal Roller matches this season will receive a bowling ball and tote bag from Rich Miller's Pro Shops. And we're taken to the lanes for our American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Brittany Myshak and Jeremy Groth taking on Gina Darashevsky and Dan Glubka. Gina and Dan are 2-time returning champions, looking to pile on another $250 in free play and $150 in dining at American Place Casino with a win. Or can Brittany and Jeremy knock them off? And unfortunately for Brittany, that one got away from her a little bit. She'll shake that one off and try to convert this 1, 3, and 6. Brittany's always wanted to go back to Mexico. She goes, I could really use a little heat compared to Wisconsin right now. Well, with the spring, we've had some good days. We've had some bad days. And this past week, we even had a little snow here in southeast Wisconsin. So a little bit of Mexico wouldn't be bad right now at all. Let's see what Dan Glubka can do here. Dan does his bowling at New Berlin Bowl and at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Always wanted to bowl a game with Hulk Hogan. I think Dan could beat Hulk on the lanes. I don't know if he could beat him doing an atomic leg drop, but Dan's going to need the leg drop of his 2-4-5 here in his opening frame. Watch that ball roll up a little bit late. We'll see what he can do here to avoid the chop and try to cover all 3 pins. Up to the line. And makes the cover. Dan is hanging real loose on the lanes. And once again, love the jersey. We've got the return for the second week in a row of that well-spread peacock jersey. Feathers all over. Here's your proprietor at Classic Lanes in Greenfield, Gina Darashevsky. Loves bowling with her daughter, Jenna, and we're going to stick her with the mystery frame right away. Can she get herself a Cutwater gift pack from our friends at Beechwood Distributing? That's going to need a little help to hold. Wow. Something came back out of the pit and took the 9-pin down. I was going to say if she was bowling at her own center, I'd say the pin boy took care of it for her. But she's not going to get that kind of break here at Country Lanes. Watch that replay. Something coming back out of the pit and tips into that 9-pin and takes it down. Let's see what Jeremy can do here. Try to keep his score sheet clean for his team. Loves watching the Matrix movies whenever he gets a chance. And we see the ball change for Jeremy from his opening game. And a good ball change to start as our teams are even through 2 frames. Watch the replay here. Taking a little bit more of a direct route and shreds the 7-10 away. Brittany wishes she could bowl a game with Daria Payak. Says Daria has the perfect throw and is her favorite female player. Is that going to hold for a double for the team? Wow, another smash 7 for Brittany. We saw that in her semifinal game to open things up. Well, Brittany, you could have a chance to bowl with Daria when the PWBA Tour is in Green Bay in July. We'll have a couple of pro-ams at Ashwaubenon Bowling Center. You can get your information through the PWBA website. And they're going to have a big arena finals for that event as well. So if you're a PWBA bowling fan, you'll be able to see the bowlers up close and personal in Green Bay in July. Dan, when he gets a chance at Saturday morning, loves himself some gyros and eggs for breakfast. See if we can get a double for his team on the board. That's dead left. And oh my. That is going to be an expensive tab. If Dan doesn't pick this up, you see he's trying to get himself all zen right now and make himself be the ball. As that 5-pin. But nobody's going to buy him one if he makes it. Here's the thing. Something tells me he's going to be all over it. Yeah, better shot, and there you go. Dan playing a bit for the cameras here at Country Lanes. Gets the spare on the board, keeps it even through 3 frames for these teams. And hey, if you got it, show it off. I mean, there's a reason why he's got that peacock jersey on today. Let's see what Gina can do here. Struck on her opening attempt here on lane 3. Let's see if she can toss another like her bowling idol, Amleto Monticelli. And that one a little too high, and the 4-pin stands. That ball speed just looked a little bit slower. That's one thing during these Brew City Bowling Show tapings. You're not going to have a quiet crowd here at Country Lanes in a lot of our centers. South Shore is always a rambunctious crowd as well. You need to know what you're getting into. And you gotta kind of have to shut out the surroundings to keep that mental focus going. And we know it might be a little lighthearted now early in this Royal Roller match, but as we get into the later frames, we see these players, they take it dead serious. There's $400 in prize value on the line. Everybody loves $400 worth of free stuff. And especially when you can go to American Place, have a good time on the machines or tables with free play, and have yourself a nice dinner afterwards. It's going to get serious. How about a little Falcon Bowl for Jeremy? Oh, my. Trips the 2 from behind, and that is a good ball change. We have the shred rack now, the trip 2 You keep your team ahead by a pin. He wasn't 100% sure that it was going to get all the way back to the head pin, but you can't argue with the result for Jeremy. Here we go, the beverage frame for Brittany. Double on the board can get the lead out to 11. And that needs to push a bit. Lucky to break up the split, leaves the 4-7. Brittany says one thing she can teach a class about is video games, especially Call of Duty. We'll have to see if she knows who Ray Lucier is. Ray, a PBA bowler, almost made a couple TV shows at the World Series of Bowling a couple years back. Ray coaches professional esports teams in Call of Duty, and he was a consultant in the development of Call of Duty as well. So it's kind of a small world sometimes, and video games and bowling kind of go hand in hand for a few people. But if there's one thing Dan likes to do, that's strike in the beer frame. He's stepping up now, looking to get that strike for his team. The 6 steps to the line, the follow through, that's on target line, and the 6 slaps the 10. And he's trying to set the team up here. Keeps it close, just a 1-pin deficit. And there you see Jeremy with his hand up. Yeah, it's a friendly competition here. Yeah, there's stuff on the line, but nobody's going to go home and be upset with the other team once it's all over and done with. Everybody wants to win, but there's a lot of tight friendships here in the sport of bowling. Can we get a double here out of Gina to get her team into the lead? Look at that pose to follow through, and not the way she wanted to do it. Goes to the well, gets it done. We're going to take our break for this game. We'll be back from Country Lanes with the rest of our American Place Casino Royal Roller match after this short break. Back here at Country Lanes for the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. We had our bowlers keep going through the commercial break to stay on time. Jeremy Groff gets his strike in the 6th frame to keep his team close. Brittany Myshak looking to pile on here to get a double of her own and get her team back in the lead. Crosses over, but can't take out the 5-pin, and even with all the hands in the air, Brittany handles it like a true professional. All over that 5-pin. We have ourselves a barn burner of an American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Gina and Dan up by 9 pins, can extend it to 19 here if Dan Glubke can strike in the 7th frame. This is also Dan's mystery frame. Dan has himself a pizza and pitcher package on the line here. From Riviera Lanes in West Dallas, and how about that? Let's get that pizza and pitcher to Dan. I want to thank Don Doherty and everyone at Riviera Lanes for their support of the Brew City Bowling Show. Love me some historic Riviera Lanes. Did some league bowling there for quite a few years. Always enjoyed the time on the historic wood lanes. Let's see if Gina can get the string out to 4 in a row. They would win a family of 4-pack of tickets from the Milwaukee Milkmen, and Gina's going to get 4 tickets. Dan's going to get 4 tickets for that 4 in a row. And now a 29-pin lead for Gina and Dan with just a couple of frames remaining. Watch that ball roll into the pocket. She made the adjustment off the crossover in the 6th frame. And Jeremy, I don't want to say it's a must strike here, but you can't count on your opponents to make mistakes. And he's been in the pocket all 3 times this game with that gold motive ball. Wow. Slices past the 9-pin. And that is a tied turner right there for Jeremy. Jeremy, if you can get one person's autograph, whether it's someone that's still with us or someone that's passed by, he would love to have a Robin Williams autograph. Robin Williams, one of the great comedic minds of our time. And that needs to hold on. Oh, and it hooks away. And that could be the end of the dream for Jeremy and Brittany. Boy, oh boy. Jeremy's just 3 straight strikes on lane 4, and then he gets that bit of a bad break, the mental mistake missing that 9-pin. And that puts his team into a huge deficit with just the 9th and 10th frames remaining. Let's see if Brittany can earn herself
Cut in Style from DeCarlo Salon and Barbershop on North Water Street in downtown Milwaukee. Get a break on the crossover. There you go. And a little more bonus prizes in the back pocket for that team. And don't count them out of it yet. They're down by a bunch, but Gina and Dan are going to have to fill at least one of their 2 final frames to keep the lead and shut out their opponents. Let's see what Dan can do here in the foundation frame. And that one is just dead flush. Wow. Somewhere in Florida, Randy Peterson has felt a disturbance in the force. He knows somewhere a bowling match that matters. As Gina turns around, shows Dan the back of her jersey, which says, "Throw it better." I'm not sure if you could throw it better than what Dan did there in a pressure situation. Can't afford the mental mistake. Got to make sure you cover that 8-pin. And he does so. Gives it the business on the way back. And now with a maximum score of 208 for Brittany and Jeremy, Gina just needs 6 pins on the first ball to lock up this Royal Roller match and expand their prize package to a total of $750 in free play and $450 in dining from American Place Casino. And wow, if you need 6, you get 6. I mean, it is a win. She does need to try to make it, get some more money here. It's $20 in cash from the Brew City Bowling Show. If she does convert this 3-4, 6-7, we give $1 per pin value on the conversion. She's going to stick with the strike ball and try to hook into that 3-6 as somebody gives her a little grief in the crowd. And that's got a chance. Oh, come on! Thought we were giving away some cash there on the spare attempt. But Gina and Dan, 3 weeks in a row with the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Watch how close Gina comes to making this big split. She knows it's got a chance. The foot kicks out, and she can't believe she got robbed on that. She can smile a bit, though, knowing that it's going to be a good time for her and Dan at American Place Casino. And they have another week to pile on when we move to Castle Lanes for our next 2 shows. We'll definitely see Dan and Gina on that first show, and if they win, we'll keep seeing them. Jeremy with the big strike there, he's kicking himself about that 8th frame, no doubt about it. Because with a spare in the 8th, when he missed that 9-pin, he could have punched out here for the win. You see the head nod on the way back. Still a chance to get some Milkman tickets if he can strike out, get his team 4 in a row. He and Brittany would both win a 4-pack of Milwaukee Milkmen tickets. That season starting up right around Mother's Day at Franklin Field. Check out the Milwaukee Milkmen website for all the home dates and to purchase your tickets for this season. Let's give away some Milkmen tickets. Come on, Jeremy. We're rooting for you to get this last strike. And he knows there's some bonus prizes out there. He was just reminded by one of the teammates in the crowd. Gets himself lined up. He's taking this one as serious as every other shot today. We're going to send him to Franklin Field. A little tight. Oh, the huge break. How about that? We've got some prizes to give out to our players. We'll be back here from Country Lanes to talk to them after this break. Any bowler or doubles team throwing 4 strikes in a row will receive a family 4-pack of tickets for the Milwaukee Milkmen at Franklin Field in Franklin. Another exciting roller match down to the 10th frame. Gina and Dan lock it up 3rd week in a row. Let's talk to our runners up here with Jeremy and Brittany. Come on in. You guys held in there. I mean, what else can you do? They had 1 break in the middle of the game. You had a bad break, and that was the difference. That's bowling sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. And if we were to string them together like they were, we would probably be on top. But they did great, and we bowled our best. So it was a great game.
Absolutely. It was a great game. We kept it close. We all had a bunch of fun. amazing time.
We're not done giving you prizes yet because you're 4 in a row at the end. You're each going to win a Milwaukee Milkman 4-pack of tickets for your 4 in a row during the Royal Roller Games. So that's 8 tickets you guys will have to any games of your choice for the 2025 Milkman season. Also, your mystery frames. Jeremy, yours was in the 4th frame, so you struck there. So you're going to get a gift card to Falcon Bowl up in River West. So if you've never been there, it's a great time. Great go on weekends. They have great music on Friday and Saturday nights. Awesome. And then your mystery frame was the 9th frame. So you struck 2. So Brittany, you're going to get a haircut and style from DeCarlo Salon on Water Street in downtown Milwaukee.
Perfect.
So you guys walk out here even with a little bit more. We really appreciate you bowling.
Awesome. No, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks again. Take care. All right, let's bring in our Royal Roller Match winners again with Gina and Dan. Dan's up. I don't know. He's spreading the feathers on the shirt or something up at the bar, I think. It's like I'm at the Milwaukee County Zoo. So 3 weeks in a row for you two. $750 in free play and $450 in dining you've won so far. You come back next week on the show, first show from Castle Lanes. You get a chance to make it 4 in a row. And we're not done giving you prizes yet because you both won mystery frames. So, Dan, your mystery frame is the 7th frame, so you're going to get a pizza and pitcher package from Riviera Lanes in West Dallas.
Donnie Doherty's giving the money back. Yes, Donnie.
So you get to see Donnie and Gina.
You won a spectacular Cutwater prize package
from our friends at Beechwood Distributing.
Fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, so good times had by all again today. You guys get another chance next week at Castle Lanes. When's the last time either of you bowled at Castle Lanes? How many decades has it been?
I think I bowled there in a non-pro when I was about 17.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Never.
Okay. You'll love it there. The Northwoods field that they have inside of Castle Lanes, it's a really neat place to bowl, and we're looking forward to bringing you back for week number 4. Awesome. So for Gina and Dan, I'm $2 Phil Bryler. Hey, kids.
Thank you.
Go bowling. Make the parents take you because you know you're going to have fun for life, and we'll see you next week from Castle Lanes in Racine.